This next exercise is one that you are going to keep with you for your entire life. This next example has been played all the way around the world and may be considered the most common bridge between jamming musicians. No matter what language you speak, the blues is the same wherever you go. This is why most early heavy metal bands gravitated to this simple style. It also gave them a simple progression to attach their power chords and riffs to, not to mention the pentatonic and blues scales. By the 1930s, the 12-bar blues became the standard. The blues chords associated with the 12-bar blues are typically a set of 3 different chords played over a 12-bar scheme. The following chord numbers can be based off of the major or minor scales. A 12-bar blues progression starts on the 1 chord for 4 measures. On the 5th measure, you will change to the 4 chord for 2 measures. At the 7th measure, you will go back to your 1 chord for another 2 measures. At measure 9, you will then play your 5 chord for 1 measure, then your 4 chord for 1 measure. And finally, at measure 11, you will play on your 1 chord for the 11th and 12th measure. There are 2 very common variations to the 12-bar blues. Some players prefer the 4 chord in the 2nd bar. This is called a quick change. This adds a little extra flair to the monotony of writing on the 1 chord for 4 bars. The other commonly found variation is at the end of the 12 bars. Many players use a chromatic walking line up to the 5 chord and quickly jump back to the 1 chord. This is most commonly referred to as the turnaround. The Roman numbers refer to the chord numbers of the scale or key that you are in. In other words, the key of C would look like this. The 12-bar metal blues is an example of a very common heavy metal key used throughout all of early heavy metal.